Welcome to a new video. My name is Leonor and I'm here today to bring you a new vlog, as you probably figured it out already, having into account that you've just seen my whole morning. And I want to walk you through my plans for this vlog. I put these books on my winter TBR. I've been wanting to get to these books since September, October last year, but I didn't end up getting to them in autumn. I put them on my winter TBR and I want to get to them now. And I decided to do a vlog with both of these and actually a third book because they're all very small, and I thought I could just do one vlog of a couple of days just reading all of these. Let me show you the books. Ugh. I'm rambling already. So, here they are. Let's start with the first one, which is A Psalm for the Wild Built. So, this is a tiny book. It has 150 pages, and it's about a world where robots have rebelled and have wandered into nature centuries ago. Civilization hasn't seen robots in a while, and one decides to finally come out and see human lives. You know, he's curious about humans in general. So he comes out of the forest to try and meet humans. And the first human he finds is a monk that makes tea for a living. Yeah, he's a tea monk, which I don't know what it is, but it sounds right up my alley. And I've heard this is very cute, very heartwarming, just the perfect little book. So I'm really excited to get to this. But next, they're actually two graphic novels, the first and the second one of a series. Actually, these are the only two that are out at the moment. So the first one is Garlic and the Vampire by Bree Paulsen, and then the second one is Garlic and the Witch. And they're as well very heartwarming, cute little story about a garlic that meets a vampire. Yeah, so I think a vampire moves to a castle nearby, and Garlic just wants his little village to be safe. And so it goes on an adventure to try and fight this vampire, but maybe it becomes its friend. I'm not sure. I think it's something along those lines. And I assume it's a very similar setup with The Witch. But these are both really small graphic novels with also 150 pages each. Yeah, so 3 150-page books that I'm planning to read during this vlog. So my plan is to drink my hot chocolate before it goes cold, sit down to read these, then afterwards make some warm food to have for lunch, and then continue reading until I get through these. But yeah, I'm so excited. I've been wanting to read these for so long. But there's also always other priorities, and these are small books that I have to sit down and read. This has been an intro. I'll now get to it. I'm very excited. So yeah, I'll see you in just a bit. Hi, so I have just finished Garlic and the Vampire, and it's one of the cutest things I have ever read. If you do hear noise in the background, I have my washing machine going. That's why. Hopefully it doesn't bother you. But Garlic and the Vampire, oh my god. As you have just seen, this is so cute. Like, the illustrations are just amazing. So as I was saying earlier, this is about a garlic that lives in a little village with all his veggie friends. They have a patch run by a witch. and they sell the vegetables that they produce in the local market to all of the humans in the town. But there's a castle in the mountains near where they live, and they've seen some smoke coming up in the last few days. So they kind of all go into a panic because the witch mentions that maybe it's a vampire that used to live there. And so they all decide that Garlic should go and investigate, because it's said that, vampires don't like garlic. And she is an anxious little Garlic. She's not happy about that. She's feeling very overwhelmed, doesn't think she's good enough to go face this vampire that may be quite scary and it may want to kill her. So she's not feeling great about her odds. But Carrot, her friend, encourages her to try and go, because she's the only one that really would be safe against a vampire. And so the witch and her kind of prepare, so select a few things that vampires don't like, so like steaks and hawthorn and seeds and nuts, to prepare her, to protect her in case this vampire is a bad guy. And then she goes to meet this vampire. Obviously, when she gets there, the vampire is nice. And then they become friends. And it's so cute. So she only meets the vampire 2/3 into the book, which means this book is mostly about her fighting her anxiety and going for it. And it's just so cute and heartwarming. And it just makes you want to do more and to be fearless. It's a 5-star read. It's just so cute. And I read it in about half an hour, maybe less than that. So I'm now going to be moving on to the second one. And then I'll read A Psalm for the Wild Build, because I want to sit down, maybe annotate this one. But yeah, before that, I'm just going to make some lunch. And then I'm gonna read Vampire and the Witch. I'm so excited for this. Okay, I'm now gonna make some lunch, and then I'll sit down and read this with lunch. I'll see you in a bit. Hi, so I have just had my lunch and I finished Garlic and the Witch. And oh my god, guys, it's even better than the first. It's literally the best thing I've ever read. Both stories start with, so the Garlic and the Vampire says, "For all the anxious bulbs," which is the cutest thing ever. And this one says, "To all the sprouts facing big changes and uncertainty." And it's just so good. Like, the stories are magical, the drawings are beautiful, and it's just so heartwarming. It's so heartwarming. I don't even know what else to say. It's so good. Like how Garlic is anxious and she's afraid of the future and she's afraid of changing, but she still goes for it because she has such a good support system and friends that tell her she's capable of this and she can do it, and she goes and does it, and it's amazing. Witch Agnes is a little bit overwhelmed that she has a lot of stuff to do. And so Garlic decides to help her. And one of the things she needs to do is go to this magic market to find ingredients. And so the vampire and her and Garlic go to this market, and on the way she sees beautiful things, but she gets separated from the vampire at one point, and then she figures out that she can do it. It's just so good, so heartwarming. Honestly, please just go get these and read them, because they're the best things ever. So I'll save this to read tomorrow instead of continuing today. We'll see each other tomorrow then. Hi, good morning. It's the next day, and I will be reading a psalm for the wild build today, so I can finish the 3 books. I obviously read the 2 Garlic graphic novels yesterday, and oh my god, I'm still reeling from how good they were, honestly. And I've heard that it has the same vibes. I'm very excited to get to it. I have prepared my pencil and a tea. And so I am now gonna probably sit behind here, light this candle, and just read. Oh, I'm so excited about it. So yeah, let's start. I just came in to literally say good morning and tell you where I'm at. So yeah, I'll see you in a bit when I'm halfway through or completely done. We'll see. Hi, welcome to the end of the vlog the next day. This morning I finished a Psalm for the Wild build by Becky Chambers, and I gave it 5 stars. If I could give it more than 5 stars, I would have, but unfortunately the limit of the scale is at 5. So this was the most beautiful book I have ever read. It's sad, it's relatable, it's cozy, hopeful and funny, and it's the most amazing read that I had in a while. And having into account that I've had a few amazing reads recently, this year has been a very good reading year, and still this one tops everything. It's just phenomenal. I did explain what this was about in the beginning of the vlog, but just to kind of condense it really quickly. So this is a sci-fi novel set in a moon, and where civilization went along similar to ours, I think, up until the revolution of the robots. And then humans peacefully made accords and laws to protect both sides and gave robots a send-off. So they gave them kind of half of the world and humans got the other half. This half where the robots left to is the wild. But at this point in time, the robot was sent kind of check on them, make sure they're okay, see what they need, and then report back. And the first human this robot encounters is a tea monk. So it focuses on world building and the life of this tea monk, just to lower expectations for everyone. The robot and the tea monk don't meet until the 50-page mark. It's really a character-led story focusing on the tea monk and then obviously the robot when he comes in. It's quite slow-paced and It's more of a reflection on life, on how humans deal with the struggles of the world. But it's all told kind of through simple aspects of life. This specific human, but obviously translating into the whole of society. What everyone is feeling and what everyone goes through in life. So it's a really heartwarming story, but also reflecting on harder topics. Super hopeful, and it's the most amazing story focusing on nature, humans, civilization, what humans built and the consequences of everyone's actions, what it is to be part of a society, and how to care for each other and the world. I think that's all. And just reflecting on the other books really quickly. Garlic and the Vampire by Bree Paulsen was just a heartwarming start to this small series. I'm not sure if there's going to be any others or not. All three of them have a lot of things in common. They focus on nature, on mental health, on dealing with the world in present day, and just kind of how to survive in the 21st century. And yeah, Garlic and the Vampire is heartwarming, but pacing of the plot wasn't perfect. So it took a long time to establish the start of this adventure, and then the adventure happens in like 5 pages and then the book is done. While Garlic and the Witch is just perfect. Another 5-star read, mentions the same issues as the first one and develops them a bit more. It also adds an extra situation. Honestly, this vlog has been cozy and reflective and focusing on amazing reads. I think I'm not the only one that's going to be feeling this way, because I have seen a few vlogs of people talking about this book and everyone says the same thing. You know, this is a favorite read and it's just a very relevant and important read that makes you feel seen. That's all I have to say. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for your support in all of my videos and Instagram posts. You know what to do. Please like, share, subscribe to my channel. I hope you've been enjoying these vlogs. Leave feedback in the comments because I need that. I need to know if you're enjoying these. So yeah, just thank you, and I hope to see you in the next vlog. Bye!